Hello, good morning everyone. How are you today? Well, today we are going to continue our material again in grammar and language focus. You can open up your book. We are going to continue our materials. If previous meeting we have learned about clause of reason or clause of cause and also clause of purpose, today we are going to learn about clause of contrast. The basic principle of clause of contrast is similar to clause of reason as well as clause of purpose. So if you put a subordinating conjunction in the beginning, then you need a comma in the middle of the sentence. But if you put the subordinating conjunction in the middle, then you don't need a comma between them. Okay, so basically clause of contrast use when you want to make two statements that contradict each other, or when you want to make it appear unexpected or surprising. Jadi clause of contrast biasanya digunakan untuk menghubungkan dua kalimat yang bertentangan. Jadi ada dua kalimat yang bertentangan. Misalnya, for example, she is beautiful and she is arrogant. Jadi ada dua kalimat, dia cantik dan satunya lagi dia sombong. Kita bisa menghubungkan dua kalimat itu menjadi although she is beautiful, she is arrogant. Or kita bisa membaliknya menjadi she is arrogant although she is beautiful. Jadi for clause of contrast you have subordinating conjunction like although, even though, or while. Jadi untuk clause of contrast kalian punya conjunction seperti although, even though, or while. I believe you have familiar with this. For example here, contohnya adalah although Miss Sims had lived in Hong Kong all her life, she knew very well Cantonese. Jadi meskipun Miss Sims sudah tinggal di Hong Kong sejak lama, tetapi dia tidak tahu bahasa Mandarin. Nah, untuk ketika kalian menggunakan although, maka jangan gunakan but. Kalau di awal kalimat sudah menggunakan although, even though, atau while, kalian tidak boleh menggunakan but seperti contoh kalimat di bawah ini. Although Kevin worked hard, but he failed the examination. Ini salah. Kenapa? Karena sudah menggunakan although, itu berarti kalimat pertama dan kalimat kedua sudah bertentangan, maka but-nya tidak diperlukan lagi. So you only need although, even though, or while. It can be changed. Ini bisa diubah menjadi even though Kevin worked hard, he failed the examination. Atau while Kevin worked hard, he failed the examination. Yeah. So you can leave out the subject and the verb be in a contrast clause when the subject of the contrast clause and the main clause are the same. Jadi kalian bisa menghilangkan subjek dan to be-nya di kalimat utama dan kalimat di anak kalimat jika subjeknya sama. Contohnya di sini although or though hardworking, Kevin failed the examination. Karena he was itu sama merujuk pada Kelvin. Tapi yang harus kalian ingat bahwa ketika menggunakan although, even though, atau while, maka jika diletakkan di depan, maka kalian butuh koma di tengah dan kalian tidak butuh but. Tetapi kalau kalian meletakkan although, even though, atau while-nya di tengah, maka kalian tidak perlu koma. Selain although, even though, and while, kalian juga bisa menggunakan conjunction seperti despite sama in spite of to make a contrast. Biasanya despite sama in spite of akan diikuti oleh noun phrase atau ing form. Jadi kalau despite pasti diikuti dengan verb ing, kata kerja bentuk ing. Contohnya di situ despite working hard, Kelvin failed the examination. Hal yang harus diingat adalah ketika despite pasti diikuti dengan verb kata kerja bentuk ing. Tetapi kalau in spite of pasti diikuti oleh noun phrase. Jadi in spite of his hard work, Kelvin failed the examination. Jadi bedanya penggunaan despite sama in spite of adalah kalau despite diikuti verb ing, kalau in spite of diikuti noun, kata benda. Hard work itu adalah kata benda. Oke. Kalau kalian ingin menggunakan despite sama in spite of, maka kalau diikuti dengan clause, maka itu tidak benar, kecuali kalian menambahkan the fact that. Jadi despite sama in spite of bisa digunakan diikuti dengan klausa, artinya bisa diikuti dengan subjek dan kata kerja bila kalian menambahkan the fact that. Contohnya adalah berikut. Despite the fact that he work hard. Nah, jadi despite harusnya kan working hard tadi. Karena kita tambahkan the fact that, kalian bisa menambahkan subjek dan juga verb. Subjeknya adalah he, verbnya adalah work. Despite the fact that he work hard, Calvin failed the examination. Oke. Dan satu conjunction yang bisa kalian gunakan lagi adalah yet. Yet dulu kita pernah membahasnya. Yet bisa juga berarti but, yaitu untuk menyatakan kontras. Contohnya, he was poor yet generous. He worked slowly yet effectively. He loved animals yet he hated snakes. Jadi untuk yet juga bisa digunakan. So in clause of contrast you have some conjunction. The first one you have although, even though, though, while, despite, in spite of, sama yet. Jadi kalian tinggal pilih salah satu. Contoh exercise. Let's do some exercise here. Choose the correct subordinate clause of contrast. Okay, let's do this exercise. Choose the correct subordinate of contrast clause. Number 1. He wasn't feeling very well. David was determined to take part in the university athletics meet. Kira-kira jawaban yang paling tepat untuk nomor 1 apa? Even harusnya even though, karena even juga berarti bisa meskipun, tetapi di sini kita lebih jawaban yang paling tepat adalah although. Ya, although he wasn't feeling very well, meskipun dia tidak begitu baik atau tidak merasa begitu baik, tidak begitu merasa sehat, David was determined to take part in the inter-university athletics meet. Kalau due to apa? Due to itu artinya oleh karena, dikarenakan. Ya. Okay. So can you answer the question number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and also 9?